Hey guys, so welcome to tonight's episode of Rides and Vibes. Tonight's episode is not sponsored. However, if you would like to become a Rides and Vibes sponsor, please feel free to reach out to me, and we will talk about what you would like to accomplish by becoming a Rides and Vibes sponsor. There's several different levels and several different things that you can do in order to do that. So we'll go about it that way. Now, if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you go click the link in my bio and subscribe. The link is always in my bio, but you can always do it as well. By anytime I post the clip of the guest, I always put the link in the clip as well. So you can do it that way as well. Tonight's guest is Bledsworld. He hosts one of the biggest car shows in the city. It's called Keys to the City. I don't know what show they're on, but I just seen him join, so I'll go ahead and bring him on, and then we'll talk about it. Hey, how are you?
Hey, what's happening with you?
Hey, so listen, I was just saying before you came on that I didn't know what number show you were on. Well, first let me start by saying thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit down. And I tell the guests, thank you for letting us get in your business a little bit.
Ah, that's all, G. Bledsworld. There we go.
So I'll start off with one of my questions, and then I'll get right into the fans' questions, okay? All right. So tell me how you started off being into cars.
I'm from Decatur. I'm
Okay.
from Decatur, man. So it's always been a car thing. But the irony of it is, uh, I never, I never really knew it was a heavily modified world out here that existed. I knew it was like that for the imports, but I didn't know it was like that for modern muscle. I didn't know cats was turning out their trucks and flipping old schools was always east side, west side, south side thing. But so I got in on the modern side of the game, and I just wanted to challenge them. My wife surprised me with one, and I got invited to a
Oh,
car
that's
meet.
sweet.
Yeah. She a dope one, you know.
Hey man, hey, now
Yeah.
women always talking about goals to get a man. Man, that's goals for a man to get a woman like that.
Yeah, what you said, man. Real talk. She surprised me with one, and I was just gonna slap some wheels on it, tint the windows, put a little music in it, and I would have been straight. But um, ended up meeting somebody who put me on to somebody else, and they invited me out to a car meet. You know what I mean? And I went, and man, I got turned out. You feel me? It was so many uh Challengers, Chargers, Mustang, Camaros, and all of them was like modified. And I was like, what are these folks doing? You know what I mean? And that night changed everything, man. I went and they put a wrap on the car and started doing this, started doing that. Next thing I know, I lost my mind, man, and the rest is history. You know.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask, being from Decatur now, Decatur, you just know y'all in the old schools heavy now, you know.
Yeah, it took me a minute. I got around to that though. I got around to my old school. My wife again surprised me with she didn't surprise me. She knew I wanted one, and I was tearing up the internet, man, looking for a car that's considered my dream car, old school wise, and I finally found one. I was gonna buy it online, but my wife she did her due diligence and realized that it wasn't the one to buy. But it was a '64 Lincoln Continental, man. And the moment we gave up on that one, somebody else had just posted one up in Athens. And soon as he posted it, man, I said, bro, I'm on the way. I'm coming. I gotta take a look at this thing. And it was a cool situation. His grandfather who passed, he had like a barn full of classics, and out of all those toys, it was the one I was interested in, and it actually came with the what you call it, the movie contract, because it was supposed to be in the movie American Gangster with Denzel Washington, and all original. I mean, it was tough. You know what I mean?
Oh
So
wow.
we purchased it, and so we got around to the old school though, man. So
Man, listen, your wife dope. She got a brother. Cause listen, listen, I don't even know your wife and I love her.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Real talk, for sure.
Tell her to send her brother my way.
Yeah, I do. Will do. I got you. Say less.
So now you got your old school, you got your new school, and then you got the truck. Then you done kicked in the door on the truck. Man, what is you doing? You kicking in the door on everything.
Yeah. Truck. Shit. I had a trucking company a few years ago, and I got used to just sitting up high. You know what I mean? I had a dually, and once I sold the trucking company, I was addicted to sitting up high. You know what I mean? And so we got rid of the dually, man. But there go the wife again. She surprised me with no, she didn't surprise me. I just got another truck, but this year on my birthday back in September, man, on September the 3rd, she she got rid of
Somebody.
my truck. She got rid of my truck without me knowing. You feel me? She got rid of my truck and had the dealership. So she bought a brand new 2025 2500 HD Denali Ultimate, and she had the dealership put a wrap on that thing. She had the dealership put a lift kit on that thing. So they put an 8-inch lift kit on it. And then somehow, some way, she found some some KG1 forged wheels, 28s, and had the dealership put them on that thing. And so they delivered it just like that. And that was a surprise. Now she
Man, I
got me
got to
good on
meet
that.
her. I got to meet her. Listen, this lady, I got to meet
Yeah,
this lady. Now,
yeah.
somebody in the comments come out, she got a sister. I want a 72 Chevelle.
Yeah, you feel me?
But that's probably years of y'all probably been together for years, huh?
Yeah. That's all I know. You know what I mean? It's history, and I'm a good guy. So, it is what it is. So yeah, we got the truck, we got everything except a big wheel bike. And I don't think we're gonna get to doing that, but so we got the Challenger, we got the 64 Lincoln Continental, we got the big boy truck. You know what I mean? And we got an exotic, you know what I mean? Now this one I bought her, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I was gonna say, what's her dream
Yeah.
car? Is that her dream car?
She don't really care about cars. That's the crazy part. Like
What?
she'll drive a Honda and call it a day. You know what I mean? No
Yeah.
disrespect to Hondas. I'm saying like it don't matter to her as long as they get her to and fro. But I bought a what I bought? I bought a 25 AMG S63, and
Mm.
you know she drives it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So we
Okay.
good.
Okay. Now
Yeah.
you being from Decatur, you know that you usually y'all over there won't gonna deal with some kind of G body, a G body, or I don't really think y'all. Do you think Georgia is the G body capital, or you think it's Alabama?
I mean, I probably nah, I ain't gonna get in trouble. It's I almost answered that. I ain't gonna get in trouble. It's a preference thing. Like to me, I was before I got to Lincoln, I wanted a Chevelle,
Okay.
and but then I was like, man, everywhere you go, you see a Chevelle. You know what I mean? And then the Lincoln 64 has always been my dream car. If I could ever
Right.
get an old school, I would like to get that because you don't see one everywhere you go. You know what I
True.
mean? So that was the plan, and what they say, I love it when the plan come together.
Right. Right. Yeah. That's one of them ones though. That's one of them
Yeah,
ones where when you pull up, people can't help but respect you. You get what I'm saying? Even though it's not you ain't seeing them every day. Like how you
yeah,
might see a G body or a Donk or Chevelle or whatever. But that's one of them ones where when you pull up, if that
yeah.
makes sense.
It's a statement. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And anything I do, anything when you look inside Bledsworld, man, anything I do, anything we do, it's all about making a statement. You know what I mean? And we do everything keeping in mind that it's not just about us, man. We do it for the culture. We do it for the people. You know what I mean? Because the crazy thing about it is we sitting up here having a conversation about cars and material things, but negating the fact that we was once kids. You know what I'm saying? Looking at cars and saying, "Ooh, one day that's gonna be my car. One day that's gonna be my car. Or when I get older, I want to, do it like this, do it like that." And now we walking in that. So, shout out to everybody, man, that's attached to the culture. Shout out to everybody that's influenced by the culture. Shout out to everybody, man, that's moving the culture forward. Because we, like I said, we are the manifestation of just that. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like, and it's so crazy. We had brunch at the restaurant Sunday, and the guys, a lot of the guys came up, and I asked this question, and I'll ask you the question. Do you feel like the car culture ever get back to where it was?
I don't think I don't. I think I think it can. I think it has the potential to. Sometimes things aren't meant to go back to where they were. You know what I mean? I think there's always an opportunity for a new beginning. You know what I mean? And that's where things across the board, man, from the car culture to personal relationships or whatever. Um, Sometimes it's hard to get back to where it was. You know what I mean? Like for example, I've been with my wife a long time, and I remember 2 years ago I was telling her, man, like I went through like a dark spell, and I was like, man, I just want to see you in the light that I saw you in you know when that spark was new. You feel me? And we talked about it. But then I had an epiphany, like I think 48 hours later, like it's impossible to see her in that light again because we have evolved. We both changed. We both time that came in between us, and we both grew. You dig what I'm saying? So it's hard to see them in that light when they grew, and now they're in a whole new light. So the epiphany was I was trying to see her in that moment in something that already passed. You feel me? So now I can appreciate her in her growth. I can appreciate her in the part of her that has evolved, and as well as me. So going back to what your question was with the culture, I think the culture is in a great position to do some phenomenal things, and I think we are doing that. I think I know this conversation started with car shows. Um, I threw my name in the hat doing car shows 5 years ago. You got cats like Whips by Wade, man, truly and highly respected. You did what I'm saying on the old school side, and a major influence on every other genre of the car culture, from imports to exotics and modern muscles or whatever. You got whip addicts. So anytime, like for example, let's just talk about the city of Morrow. 5 years ago, we went into the city of Morrow and we sat down with the city and asked them to give us the opportunity to go inside the district and do a car show. And for whatever reason, they told us, yeah. And we went in there and we did it. And after that initial car show, the mayor of the city of Morrow invited us to City Hall and sat us down and was like, hey, listen, y'all killed it. So much so that we would like to partner up with y'all. And so for the last 4 years, it's been Keys to the City in partnership with the city of Morrow. You dig what I'm saying? And so to have the city as a partner in your car show, that speak volumes. But at the same time, in that happening 5 years ago, if you go through the last 5 years, man, you had some major opportunities, man, that came through the city of Morrow because of the car culture. You dig what I'm saying? Whip addicts killed the district, 3 weeks ago. Swaptober killed the the South Lake Mall 3 weeks ago. You got Keys to the City been doing their thing for the last 5 years in Morrow at the district. So it's just the culture is forever evolving. Which by Wade doing his thing over there, the Expo South. It's a movie that's happening. People just ain't buying their tickets. You feel me?
So for me, I I'm so I came in on the racing side, right? I really
Yeah.
historically wasn't a car show girl. Of course, I had my certain people I go to their car shows just because they my people, right?
Right.
I've never missed a Whips by Wade because he just my people. And then
Yeah.
as I got to know Whip Addict, I always went to his show. It was just, but the side, what I feel, this is just my opinion.
Yeah.
It's um '78 Chevy Boy does a show, and it's called Connecting, Not Competing, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a lot of competition versus connection, if that makes
Mm.
sense. I mean,
Yeah.
it sounds crazy to say when you're at a car show and you're competing, that's the competition part, right?
Right.
But I
Right.
mean, not comp. I feel like a lot of people are competing for clout. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Versus
Oh yeah.
like how they say you got car guys and guys with cars.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So,
But hasn't that been the spirit of it since grade school? You know, if you go back to show and tell, the whole point, you had some people that were just bringing their toys to share with the class, and then you had some people that was really gunning to bring their best toy to show to outdo everybody else at show and tell. And so we grew up, and in the show and tell, like to me, when I look at car shows, you know, I see both. I see. Let me use me for example. When I started doing this car thing, it was all about competing. It was competition. You dig what I'm saying? If you have a challenger, you know what I mean, and you pulling up at a car show or charge anything dies. If you pulling up at a car show, then you know I'm gunning for you. That was just the season that I was in. You know what I mean? And so some people will call it, you know, chasing trophies or whatever you want to call it. I was real competitive. You know, at this point in my journey, you know, I don't even really care about trophies. Like to me, that's like an extra. You know, when you go to these car shows, I focus more on networking and politicking and just, you
yeah,
know, because that's where the value is for me. Trophies, you know what I mean, they collect dust, but relationships, you know what I mean, they can grow to some serious harvest if you know what I mean, if you till the land right. So but everybody, you know, get to that place, you know, at their own pace. Some people just they're not used to being celebrated. So to have a trophy means a lot. And some people just want that recognition. And it's not really good or bad. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? So you can't really, to me, you can't have a culture without and carve that piece out. You know what I mean? Because people want to win. People want to win. People want to be recognized. Some people want to win. Some people want to win all the time. It's some people, man, if they go to a show and they don't win a trophy, man, they'll jump out a fucking window. You dig what I'm saying? Because that's just what they put all their focus on. There's some people that
right,
come to my shows and they like, Blair, I didn't win. And I don't got nothing to do with judging any one of my shows. I try to put that out to people. I tell people leading up to my car show, man, you ain't got to send me a bunch of messages. You ain't got to send me no text messages or DMs, you know, trying to get all buddy before the show because I ain't got nothing to do with the judging. You know what I mean?
right.
But there's people that come to me all the time after a show and be like, Blair, I didn't win. And I'm like, hey, but you dope though. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's
Right.
just celebrate the fact that you dope. You know what I mean? Don't let the trophy define you, man. And I think, you know, that applies to a lot of people.
I think
But
people don't understand, especially I'm on the old school side because I'm building an '86 SST top.
watch
But
out.
but 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 people don't understand just you winning, just being able to build this car.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
that a win is a win. That's the win for me. I don't care if I come out and never win a trophy. The
Mm-hmm.
fact that I made it through building this car in this climate, I'm
Yeah.
I'm winning.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And shout out to you, man. Shout out to the ladies, man. I don't think ladies get enough plug or enough love, man, or enough salute. You dig what I'm saying? It's some serious movers and shakers, man, on the feminine side. You know what I mean? That's really putting in some work. You know what I mean? I was hollering at, you know, I mean, my partner, you know what I'm saying, Tia the other day. And you know, she put me on to something, man, and caught me totally off guard with the conversation we had. I don't need to repeat it or not,
I love
whatnot.
Tia.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you know what I'm saying? When she told me what she got cooking, I was like, damn, you know
Right.
what I mean? So, you know, shout out to y'all, man. I don't think that is highlighted enough. You dig what I'm saying? So, you know, kudos to y'all.
Yeah, women got cars, bikes. I was
Yeah.
talking to dope girl Nate. She told me she had to gain 40 pounds to ride her bike. I said, gain? She said, yeah, because the bike heavy. I said, you had
Yeah,
to gain 40 pounds to ride a bike.
for sure. Yeah, 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 yeah,
She
yeah, yeah.
said, yeah. I was like, bro, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But these girls are really holding it down. Some of the women got giving the men a run for their money.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Not, and I think that's the dope part of it. You feel me? Like it's the variety, it's the change. You know what I mean? Anytime you see a woman, because I know how dope women are. You know what I'm saying? And this isn't like uh, a plug. My wife, she ain't even in the room. I just know how dope women are. I know what women endure. Um, personally, emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Physically. And so when I see a woman put their hand to doing a build, you know what I'm saying? Because women are thorough. My wife is meticulous as they come. You dig what I'm saying? So, us men, we'll skip over a lot of things. But I'll just cover that up, man. We'll be all right. You know what I mean? But a woman, especially a meticulous woman, man, is just something. It's just something different. It's another beast, man. So, yeah. So kudos to y'all, man. I don't think y'all get enough light.
Well, thank you. We
And,
appreciate
and
it.
shout out to Queen Kong, man. Forever Kim Possible, Queen Kong, many people, man. But Queen Kong, man, what she got going on it went beyond just the music and the build, man.
Yeah.
Queen Kong is becoming the brand. You dig what I'm
Right.
talking about? Now that's that evolving thing that I'm always talking about. Like that's next level. You know what I mean? You
And she
start off
dope.
here, yeah, and she dope as shit. You see what I'm saying? So
And she's so humble. Like it's crazy. Man, I remember the first time I met her, and she was like, "Yeah, I've been watching you. I wanted to meet you." I'm
yeah,
like, man, this lady
yeah,
here, like she
yeah,
really, how you meet people, and they one way on the internet,
yeah, yeah, oh
and they
yeah,
one
yeah,
way when you meet them.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
hate them type of people. Like
Absolutely.
you seem like you cool on the internet, and then when I meet you,
Yeah, I
you
know. Yeah, I know,
you
because you
not.
ran up on me. You ran up on me. You were like, hey, man, I sent you a damn D. I like,
I
hold on.
didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I said, hey, man, whatever you want, I'm going to do it. You did. So, nah, it's all love, man. And it just somehow that just got lost in translation. I don't know how you sent it to me and I didn't get it. You know what I mean? But, you notice how quickly I rectified it, though. You know what I
Right.
mean? So we here now. So,
But that's
you
just
know,
me though. I send it and then I say, okay, well, whenever I roll up on Buddy, I'm gonna ask him about it.
yeah, yeah, you
but
did
it but it
that.
was dope too. You was like, cause you know who had told me about you?
Who that?
Chad, Surbug Films.
Ah, that's my partner. That's my
Chad told me,
partner.
he was like,
yeah,
just talk to him when you see him. Cause I said, your boy didn't answer my. He was like, nah, just
yeah,
talk to him when you see him. Whenever you
yeah,
see
yeah,
him,
yeah,
just say something to him. And I said,
yeah,
okay, I'm
yeah,
definitely about to say something to him when I see him. And I said,
yeah.
oh,
Hey, forgive
I
me,
done caught him
forgive me,
now.
forgive me. It's all love, man. I
But nah,
promise
I
you, I
can
wouldn't do it
say
on
too,
purpose.
the thing that I loved about our interaction was
Yeah.
you 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 was just like how when I see you on the internet.
Ah,
You know what
big
I'm
love,
saying? And that's
big love.
I try to tell people that's a compliment.
Yeah,
When you see somebody and they talk like you ever met you know them people who inspirational speakers
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
they every time you see them they talking about something positive and then you
yeah.
might see them in real life and they being rude to people and being mean and nasty.
Mm.
I'm like, ain't no
Yeah,
way this the same dude.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, we try to keep it consistent.
Yeah.
We try to keep it consistent. So,
I told somebody
but
that today. I said, bro, one thing about me, you I done been way up since people been following me, since I had a nice following on the internet, I done been way up, like financially, way up.
yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah.
done been way down. And you
Mm.
would have never been able to tell the difference because I was the
Yeah,
same person.
absolutely. I agree. I agree. I agree with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You gotta you
What
got you
up?
gotta just be my philosophy at this point in life, because I'm 48 years old. I'm almost 50. At this big age, I just want to be good to people, and I just want people to be good to me, and that's just my aim.
Yeah, I'm
And I,
with you.
and I want us to make a lot of money because
Nah,
we can
I'm with you.
network and make a lot of money.
Oh, I'm with you. Oh, I'm with you. Yeah, I'm buying them tickets. Yeah, I'm all the way with it. I'm all the way with it. So,
So we talked about the Lincoln. Is that your dream car, or do you have a dream car to build? What you
the
want to build?
Lincoln, the Lincoln was. My granddaddy had a Lincoln. When I was a kid, man, and they came and took it from. The banks came and took it from him, and I remember when it happened. I was like, okay, well, when I get older, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna get me I'm gonna get me a Lincoln, 64, and I couldn't get it before he got up out of here, man. But you know what I'm saying, but yeah, so that's why we did the Lincoln. Was it a dream car? I wouldn't say a dream car. It was the old school that I wanted. But now I keep seeing some other old schools, man, that catching my eye. I'm just running out of garage space. Um, um, but yeah, but I'm content. I'm content with the Lincoln. I ain't even really broken in yet, man. Shout out to Baby Bird. Um, Automotives, man, Carlos Miller and Project Cars and Chuck and Swapped Over 86. Everybody that's been over there working on the Lincoln for the last year and a half, man. We put in a lot of work, and I just now able to enjoy it. So we'll see how that goes. Next week we tackling SEMA 25. With the Challenger. I saw my man Night King on here earlier, man. I don't know if he's still on there. I know he headed out to SEMA as well. Hell, I think he should be on the road. I think he's driving all the way to SEMA. So I don't know how he doing it, but much love to him. But I'll be flying out there this weekend, and we're gonna unveil the new look of the Bled 392 build. When I say tune in, I mean tune all the way in, because what we finna do, it's crazy, man. So I'm excited. I'm excited about it.
That's what's up. I done been to SEMA. I've been to SEMA about 4 times. I think it's time for me. You ever been to PRI?
Nope.
I think I want to go to PRI.
Nope.
Did you know SEMA owned PRI?
Nope. I don't even know what PRI is.
It's the Performance Race Industry Show. They have it in Indianapolis in December.
Yeah, no, never heard of it.
Yeah. I come from the race side, right?
Yeah. No, that's right up your alley. I see why you know and I don't. You feel me? I see why you know.
So the race side, like, what made me start really tapping into the car show side is, first and foremost, it's the relationships. I built great relationships with people, right?
Yeah.
But secondly, it was like the racing one, like the big rim racing. They was doing more talking than racing. I was like, that's where my hat came from.
Yeah.
So I said, let me go over here to the car show side, because I'm building a pretty car anyway. My car not gonna be a race car, so I'm building a pretty car anyway. I might as well go on over here and start getting over here with my people.
Yeah, hey, I can't wait to see what you got. You know what I mean?
I'll send you some stuff. We working.
Yeah.
Like the Monte Carlo whisperers say, we working.
No, I feel you. No doubt.
But let me ask you: do you feel like social media has helped the car culture, or has hurt the car culture?
Because it obviously helped. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's a double-edged sword. You know what I mean? I think it's a hell of a tool. Whether you're trying to market something or promote your brand or promote your show or whatever it may be. But at the same time, it's like opening the door and you can't control what comes in. You feel me? So it's like, how like when we were kids, your mama, your grandma used to yell, you stay in and out, close that goddamn door. You know what I mean? Maybe that was with my mom. But but because she'll say you let flies in or whatever, and it's like, I think it hurt the culture naturally because you got the takeovers that we're not a part of that. You know what I'm saying? And when you talk about old schools, when you talk about modern muscles, like we on our side doing our thing on the car culture, but the takeovers is a part of the car community. You know what I'm saying? You like it or not. So you got the event that's happening, but then at the same time, you got all the informants that's at the car show. I call people informants. Like everywhere you go, if me and you was talking at Whip Addis car show, and we just having a conversation where you was checking me about not answering your DM, if a fight broke out next to us, everybody and their mama got their phones out recording. So it's like, I call people informants, you know what I mean? Because everybody's recording it and then posting it. So it's always I think it's a double-edged sword. Social media. I think it's a hurting thing. I think it allows. You ever seen the movie? And I'm going deep with this question because it's a deep, deep question. Um, you ever seen the movie Real Player One? I was watching it with my son a few years ago, and that movie was a good movie, but it was deep and dope at the same time. Real Player One was about, you know, a group of kids, man, that was hiding behind avatars. So they real life people, but they was going into the digital world and they was hiding behind their avatar. They can create their avatars as dope as they want them. They can be big, can be small, it can be sexy, it can be, whatever. It can be a monster, whatever. And the whole movie was about pretty much being inside of the digital gaming world. And I think social media, IG, TikTok, Facebook, whatever, I think it allows you to hide behind a character that you create. That's why sometimes you see people online, like you were talking about earlier. They online, they one way, but then when you see them and meet them in person, they're a whole nother way. So, as the culture in a whole, you know, I would say it helped more than it hurt, but the hurt is a part of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I tell people all the time, the biggest compliment that people pay me, and it might not even seem like a compliment to them, is I'm exactly who I am on the internet as I am in person. And I'm
Yeah.
like, dang, that's, to me, that's a great compliment, because it's this meme, and when I find it, I'm gonna send it to your DM. It's a
Mm-hmm.
man, he in a house, he got on a new pair of shoes, and he taking a
Mm-hmm.
picture of the shoes, but around him, the house ain't no furniture in the house, ain't no nothing in the house. But he taking a picture of them new pair of shoes to put on social media, and that's the snapshot. People give you a snapshot of their life,
Oh
so
yeah.
they might be doing horribly, but they'll show you this new thing, or they'll show you this thing, whatever it is. But for me, I've always just showed y'all the true what I got going. You get
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. I
Now,
mean,
you
I
can't
mean,
show everything to everybody,
yeah.
but I've always been pretty transparent.
Absolutely, and I respect transparency more than anything, man, because it says a lot about a person's character. You know what I mean? It says a lot about who they are as an individual, man. Like to me, again, transparency it speaks volumes. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody wants people to see the ugly side of what they got going on, and I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But to just be who you are, like when I met Wish by Way. I was following him. I saw what he had going on, and when I met him in person, it lined up with who he was. You know what I'm saying, online, and I said, "Oh man, that's what's up. That's dope. That's authentic." You know what I mean? And when I met so many other people, man, like every time I get to naming people, I leave people out, and people get in their feelings. So when I meet a lot of people, you know what I mean. And then on the flip side of that, though, man, there's also some people that I seen online. And I was like, oh man, this person, he or she is a dope individual. Then when you meet them in person, it's like, bro, what the, you know what I mean?
Right,
So,
right.
um, and shout out to them for holding up that facade for so damn long. You know what I mean?
Listen, I don't
Everybody
got
put
too
them
old.
up.
I can't lie. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, listen, it is what it is. That,
Yeah,
at this point, either you gonna love it or you gonna hate it.
yeah, absolutely. I get it. I get it. Yes, ma'am.
Well, so you say you're on number 5. You just did Keys to the City number 5.
Yeah, we just did number 5. Shout out to everybody that made it what it was, and it was a dope situation. Right now we at the table. We talking to some people, man. If we can't top number 5, with part if we can't top what we did this year for part 6, then we might have to put a pin in it until we can get this thing all the way we want it, man. But shout out to everybody that came out. Shout out to the whole car culture, you know what I'm saying, that showed up. Shout out to the people that showed up in support. Shout out to the artists that came through for the Summer Jam concert that we added this year. Young Dro, Young Jock, Lil Scrappy, the Young Bloods, Pastor Troy, Ghetto Mafia. We wanted to incorporate a Summer Jam concert with a hell of a car show for the Juneteenth event, and we did it, man, and it was bananas. So yeah, yeah. So
This
we're
is
working
this
on
is
number
totally
6
off
right
topic,
now.
but let me tell you something. I love me some Young Dro. And I don't even listen, and I'm from Florida. I love me some Young Dro. Let me tell you
Yeah,
something about, you know what they say about black not cracking unless you smoke it.
yeah,
Black does not crack unless you smoke it. Because let me
yeah,
just
yeah.
tell you something.
Mm.
I'm gonna just leave it right there.
Go ahead. I feel you. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Joe, man. Joe all the way solid when it comes to Keys to the City, man. He rocked with us last year for part 4. And always answer the call, you know what I mean? To hit him up and it's like, Joe, I need you to come back. I need you to do your thing and shut down part 5. We're going crazier. And he was like, but give me the date, I'm there. And then the same date that we did our show, he found out like 2 weeks later that what is it, birthday bash in Atlanta. Um, their show was on the same date as Keys to the City. So he was like, man, look, they put me on at this time. Soon I'll be on stage about 20, 15 minutes. Soon I get out of stage, man, I'm hitting 75 and I'm gunning it down tomorrow and I'll be there. And so we was like, say less, man. You're going to close the show. And he got there. I think he pulled up when Young Jock was on stage. So we had Young Jock, the Young Bloods, and then Dro. So it worked out perfect, man. The fireworks we had out there was phenomenal. It was just a dope situation, man. So again, the way it ended, the way the night went, the way the whole day went, it was such a movement and such a statement for the culture, man, that we can't come behind that with just something basic because Bled don't do basic stuff. So it has to be a certain way. And I know what it looked like. I just can't tell y'all what it looked like. I know
Right.
who's sitting at the table right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to pull off every year. I'm trying to, do it bigger and better than what we did the year before, man. And so if we can just get these things signed off on, we can get such and such to commit to, these dates, then, we all in and then we'll put it out there to the people, man. Keys to the City Part 6, you know what I mean?
Okay, so if Dro coming back, I don't, I'm gonna come. Listen, let me just say this. Now that me and you locked in, now that me and your wife locked in, because she is my idol now at this point,
Look at
right?
you. Yeah, yeah.
So, I'm not. I'm an old school girl. Like I
Yeah, yeah.
like the old school, but
Yeah.
I'm a breeze through, especially if Dro gonna be there. I'm coming.
Hey man, you supposed to come based off the fact that it's me and you. And now
Yeah,
you talking
I'm
about
saying me and your
if
wife
Joe
locked
gonna
in.
be
She
there that
don't
I'm
know right
coming.
now.
Ah, yeah,
She
dang.
don't know that we locked in right now
Yeah,
because
yeah,
she's
yeah.
like my idol. So I gotta
Mm.
come meet her regardless. Or
Yeah,
y'all come
yeah,
to our
yeah.
restaurant. We got a restaurant over there in
Yeah.
Morrow.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, you let me know. We'll pull up. But I tell everybody when it comes to Keys to the City, you know what I'm saying? I'm the people. I'm the legs of it. You know what I mean? But my wife, she's the one behind the scene making that thing move. You know what I mean? So she all the way solid with it, man. So Keys to the City. And like I said, I told you how meticulous she is. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to it, she ain't finna just do a part 6 if it ain't if it falls short of part 5. And part
Okay.
5 was dynamic. You know what I mean? So if it falls short of part 5, then she's like, hey, let's just wait till we get this thing buttoned up the way it need to look, and then we'll come back in 26. You know what I mean? You know, but we'll know. We'll see how it goes.
Well, I can't wait till the announcement comes because I know y'all we gonna speak it into existence. I already know y'all it's gonna come to fruition the way y'all want it to come to fruition. So
Yeah.
I'll just be looking for the announcement for part 6.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Big love, big love.
Yeah. So, let me ask you: when you're no longer doing shows and stuff like that, what would you like for your legacy to be?
Anything's possible. You know what I mean? Keep going. I mean, it's just again, we living out our dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like we living out what the younger version of ourselves used to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And now we doing that. You just told me you working on your build. You just told me you was on the racing side of things. You know what I mean? The little girl in you, you know what I'm saying, decades back was like, not say decades back like you just old,
Decade.
but you get what I'm saying. Like the little girl in you, dreamt about that at some point. And
Okay.
then you was doing it, and now you're still doing it, like you building a build. You know what I mean? Like people talking about a recession, people talking about the government shut down, and you just told me, hey, I got a restaurant and I'm working on a bill. You know what I mean? Like these things aren't to be taken lightly. You feel me? Because it's not normal. What you're doing is you letting me know that you're a dreamer. And I don't even know that about you. But the more, like you said, the more transparent you are, then I can take copious notes and say, okay, well, damn, this type of person she is. You're a dreamer. But in being a dreamer, sometimes you gotta stop and breathe, take it all in and say, damn,
True.
man, I'm walking in what I used to dream about. You see what I'm saying? And so when I'm gone, however I get up out of here, man, or whatever that look like, I want people to say, man, like when they talk about me, hey man, it's possible. You feel me? Um the younger version of me, complete opposite, knucklehead. You know what I mean? Teacher said I wouldn't be shit. They was so wrong. You know what I mean? But the fact that I wanted to just rise above all the negativity, man, and just tune out the noise, all the distractions, and just go after it and just keep on going after it and keep going after it, man. I want people to say, man, that shit possible because he did it. You feel what I'm saying? He may not have did it the biggest, he may not have did it the best, but he did it and he showed me, that it's possible, man. So I'm gonna keep going. If I can inspire anybody to keep going, then shit, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Legacy complete. So that's what that
Somebody
is.
asked, what's one lesson you learned that you think everyone should know?
And pertaining to the culture,
Just in general.
life is life. This ain't practice. That's what I would say. This isn't practice. Like this is the real deal. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna jump from behind some big red magic curtain and say, "Psych, that was just practice. Start all over." Like
Right.
this is it. You know what I'm saying? It's game time right now, and so take advantage of every moment. I got a phone call today, man, from one of my partners, man. I had talked to in years, man, but we were solid back in the day, and I heard that he passed away in his sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm 45, he's
Mm-hmm.
47. You see what I'm saying? And to hear that out the blue, I'm like, wait. You get what I'm saying? So this is life and it's happening right now, man. So take advantage of each and every moment, man. If you're arguing with somebody, man, fix that shit. If you can't mend it, hey man, go your separate ways in peace. You dig what I'm saying? If you and your spouse having a situation or an argument, hey man, deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Before the sunset on each day and move in peace because you just don't know. And if you want to do something, if you got goals and dreams, if you ambitious, hey man, do it now. You know what I mean? Like don't put it off for tomorrow. Do it right now. Get it done, man. Because again, it's a window. This thing called life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So live it.
You know
That's
how
it.
many people done said, I'm going to do it tomorrow, and tomorrow ain't
Yeah,
never come?
that's it. You dig what I'm saying? So you know what I mean. Let's do it. Let's do it together. You feel what I'm saying? So that's it, man. I won't get everything done that I'm trying to do in this lifetime. You know what I mean? But I take joy in knowing that I still got things that I want to do. Because if I wake up and I say, well, I ain't nothing else that I want to do, then I'm in a fucked up spot. You see what I'm saying? But as long as I got things on my to-do list, even if I don't get around to doing it all, you know what I mean? Like I know I'm moving and I'm working towards something. But again, man, I shout it out to people, man. Shout out to Big God, man. Shout out to God, man, for just showing love, you know what I'm saying, and grace and mercy when I don't even deserve it, man. Shout out to God, man. Like I don't even understand the entirety that is God. I don't understand, the plans of God. I don't understand the ways of God, man. But I know God is God, and shout out to God for God. You see what I'm saying? Because if it was left up to other people, you know what I'm saying? Like they would say I'm not worth it. You dig what I'm saying? But for whatever reason, God say, you know what I'm saying, we deserve it. So shout out to God.
Absolutely. Those were all my questions. Anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
Nope, be dope, keep going. You know what I'm saying? And keep going and keep going. I got a speaking engagement coming up on January the 10th, man. It's called The Way Back. It's at the Henry County Performing Arts Center, man. So if anybody want to come, get a little inspiration, a little motivation, a little encouragement, you know what I'm saying? And, a little healing together, man. And again, that's January 10th at the Henry County Performing Arts Center. Link is in my bio. Get them tickets, man. And let's get with it. But that's it. Hey, and I want to say this to you, man. You're doing a phenomenal job. This was a
Thank you.
cool, seamless process. You dig what I'm saying? Jump on, let's talk. Great questions. There you go again. Females doing their damn thing, man. So shout out to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And shout out to your wife. That's the
Yeah.
real MVP. I'm gonna send you our address so you can send your wife over there. You ain't even gotta come. You can come if you want,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
send her
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
nah, seriously, thank you so much for sitting down to chop it up for a few minutes. I appreciate it. And we definitely gonna talk and chop it up. I got a couple ideas.
Yeah. We linked in.
Yeah. So thank you so much, sir. I appreciate your time.
Yeah. Big love. Take it
All
easy.
right. Have a good night.
You too.
Guys, so if y'all missed any of tonight's episode of Rise and Vibes, make sure you catch the full replay on YouTube. You can subscribe to the YouTube by clicking the link in my bio. Thank you to Bledsworld for sitting down with us tonight. See you guys next week, same day, same time, for another episode of Rise and Vibes. Good night.